Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal and I'm so happy for you guys to be here. So today I'm going to talk on a topic that I felt like I really need to talk about this. Um, Recently I was looking at this movie on Netflix, and I was like, oh my god, this movie is really good. I was mind blown because the name of the movie is Super Me. It's actually a Chinese movie, and like basically the premise of the movie was like law of attraction, manifestation, and how you can take things from the subconscious realm and bring it into this realm and stuff like that. And the main character in the movie, in like, he was having trouble, he was broke, he was poor, he barely had money for food, and he actually got to the point where he was like suicidal. He almost commits suicide. And in the story, in the show, he was battling this demon. So every time he would go to sleep, there'll be this dark demon that will always try to attack him, and try to kill him in his dream and stuff like that. And he's been running from this shadow self. Like it kind of looks like a shadow image. And every time he goes to sleep, he's running from the shadow self. And at first I didn't understand, like, what is that? Like, why is this shadow world demon, like chasing this guy and trying to kill him all the time? But as the movie progressed, I realized that that dark entity that was chasing him was actually his fears. So because he had so much fear, you know, his fear caused him to be poor and broke and struggling. And he was constantly worried, not making enough money. He's supposedly supposed to be an author, but he couldn't even write and stuff like that. So every time he would go to sleep, he'll be fighting this shadow self in his dreams. And then um when he almost commits suicide, he was on top of this tall building, and this older man saw him, and he was like, offering him help to get him down so he won't jump. And in the movie, the old man sat with him and told him, you know what? Next time this dark entity is trying to kill you in your dream, how about instead of allowing yourself to die in the dream, you remind yourself that you are dreaming. So he decided to try it. So the next time it happened, where he was having like this real life vivid dream, and this shadow figure was trying to kill him with a sword, and he grabbed the sword from the shadow figure, and he's like, it is just a dream, I'm just dreaming. And when he said that, he woke up from the dream. And when he woke up from the dream, he had the actual sword in his hand, and he didn't even know what to do with it. But he eventually pawned the sword, and he got like 20,000. Well, I don't know what the Chinese money is, but like a lot of money for it. So he was like, wow, this is interesting. I actually bought something from my dream world into this world, and I was able to make money from it. So now he wanted to go back to sleep again. So he kept going back to sleep. He would have these crazy nightmares, and then he would take something from the shadow world or the subconscious realm and bring it back into this world. And he started doing that to the point where he would like purposefully manifest where he will be when he go into his dream consciousness. So he envisioned he was in a bank, then he ended up in this bank with this big vault, and he took a bunch of money, and he was able to come out of that with the money. He was in this like museum with artifacts and gold and stuff like that. So he was like purposefully envisioning what he wanted, and he was taking it from like the dream world or the subconscious realm and bringing it back into this world. And I was like, wow, this is really good. Like, they're showing you how manifestation and stuff works, because for those of you who know about manifestation and visualization, is literally like, if you can see something in your conscious mind, like you can visualize it and see it and actually believe it, you can bring that from that subconscious realm and bring it into this reality. That's basically how manifestation works. So it was like, I was really fascinated with the show, and I was like, wow, this is really good. So as the show progressed and stuff, he became super wealthy and all of that and stuff like that. But something happened in the show that really upset me. And I was like, why do they always have to do this to something good? So like 1 hour into this show, they brought up the karma. There's like, oh, there's karma and stuff like that. What if, what I'm doing is actually wrong, that I shouldn't do this? And basically, after 1 hour into the show, the whole movie just went downhill from the karma. Then some people kidnapped him, they beat him, they tried to steal his money. And then he basically lost everything. He lost everything. And I was like, why would they do that? But coming down to the end, because there's this woman he was trying to woo in the show as well, so when he got all the money, he took her out, he bought a business for her, and he was like really impressing her because he really loved this woman, and when he was poor he couldn't do anything for her. Fast forward to the ending of the show, he's so poor and broke that she has to help him. She has to actually feed him and give him food. He doesn't even have money for food. And she also has to give him a job. And I'm like, why do they always do that? Why do they always take away things from people and make you feel like you have to be broke and struggling in order for you to have happiness, right? And basically the conclusion at the end of the show is that, yes, it's nice to have all these fancy things and live this rich life and manifest all these things, but it comes with a consequence. And it's better for you to be poor and humble than to have all these things because you're going to be miserable. And I was like, what kind of BS is this? Like, they do not want you to manifest, guys. Listen, they don't want you to visualize and manifest and use law of attraction. They want you to believe that if you use law of attraction to get what you want, then you're doing something wrong and that you can lose everything and all these kind of different things. But the only way for you to lose what you have manifested is if you stop believing in what you have and you go back to your old negative thinking. So like in the beginning of the show, where he was running from his demons, his fears and all these things, he was constantly creating poverty and, like a hellish lifestyle. So when he changed that and he started to dream good things and, actually manifest things that he actually wanted instead of things that he didn't want it, he was able to become successful. And then when the whole karma aspect comes in now, then he started to feel guilty. And the thing with karma is, I don't believe in karma. You can believe whatever you like, but I don't believe in karma. Karma is something that religion teaches you to make you feel guilty. Because if you don't feel guilty, then there's no consequences for your action, whether it's good or bad. But if you feel guilty, then that guilt now is going to manifest into your life, and then you're going to be paying for this thing that you're guilty for, but not realizing that you're only punishing your own self because of the guilt that you're carrying around. So I say all this to say, be very careful of these movies and these shows that is promoting pick me, because the woman who he was trying to woo in the show, she ended up like taking him in this book, poor boy, and has to feed him and give him a job and stuff. Like, this is a grown man, why does she have to do that for him? And then he lost everything that he had, and now he's back to not having anything, and they're glorifying not having anything as though having wealth is something bad. Like, they literally made it look like what he had when he had all the wealth and the money was something bad, so that they want you to settle for the bare minimum. Like, you should be comfortable and happy with the bare minimum. So be very careful of these shows and these movies that promote these type of thing, like pick-meism and poverty and settling for less and all these different things. There's an agenda here, and you need to be very mindful of it, because you do not want to fall victim to these type of thing. If you're a person that you have dreams and you have visions and you really want something better for your life, the reason you have those desires is because you can achieve it. But you have to actually believe that you deserve it in order for you to be able to achieve it. And in terms of visualization and seeing yourself doing the things that you desire, you have to believe it and be able to see yourself already having it in order for you to be able to manifest it into this world. Now, I'll talk more on manifestation in another video and how you can manifest and visualize and stuff like that. But I just wanted to touch on this topic and just tell you guys that be very careful with these movies and TV shows and stuff that push these agenda to keep you low and settling for less and stuff like that. Nothing is wrong with wanting more. Nothing is wrong with wanting wealth and prosperity. Even the Bible teaches you that, wealth and prosperity came under the blessing of Abraham. And if Jesus died so you can have that blessing, then you're supposed to be prosperous and wealthy. So I don't want to go too much off topic, but yeah, just don't fall for that. Don't believe these agendas that these people are pushing. They want you to be poor and struggling. They want you to depend on the universal basic income and all these different things, and you don't want that, because you deserve better than that and you deserve to have more than that. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and you will see me in my next video. And yeah, look out, next week I should be posting my next video. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk on yet, but I'm thinking, as topics and ideas come to me, I will post videos and stuff like that, just so that I could be able to inform you guys and help inspire or motivate or whatever. So thank you guys so much, and yeah, looking forward to see you guys again. Don't forget to like this video, hit the thumbs up button, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.